My last video today is cross ties, and this is a little difficult for me only because the facility that I keep my horses at has no cross ties, has no appropriate place to put up cross ties. There's no barn, like central barn. Everybody kind of has their own stall and run, and then like hay storage area in the back, and then everybody has their own tack sheds. And the wash area over there doesn't have any. It just has a ring. And here in the grooming area and where we set everybody up for tack, there is just a pole. I think you can see that right there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to talk a little bit using what I have about what we would do if we had a cross tie. So we would look for a loop like that, or a ring, excuse me. And we would want it to be up high enough so that it's appropriate width for the horse's head, and we want it to have enough give where they can like move around, but we don't want them to be able to pick their head up very high or drop their head very low to make it difficult to work with them. Also, we would want to make sure that we had a chain or a rope, which is what I have, in order to use the cross ties. We don't want it to be anything that has any give. And we would want to make sure that there is a fuse, like a piece of baling twine or something else that if the horse does spook, if there is a problem, the horse can break away, and that's what breaks, and what falls to the ground is your chain or your rope, so that you have something to be able to grab the horse from. So you would have a ring like this. You see? Yeah, a ring like this up high. There would be a piece of baling twine here, and we would hook this onto the baling twine. We wouldn't want to hook it directly like this, because then there's no breakaway. So we'd want to have a baling twine fuse. Okay. On the other end of our cross tie rope or chain, we would also want to have a hook like this, and we would hook that not down here and not up here, but to the cheek. There's buckles right here, the cheek buckles that are right here, so that the horse can, again, it's not keeping their head down. It's not, I don't know what you would latch it to up here, but it's not up here. It's not to the bit. It's comfortable. It's using, the areas of pressure that would be appropriate if a rider was correcting them, and they know how to release with pressure, and that kind of learning instruction with the horse. Let's see what else. We would definitely want to make sure that we have in the bolt and the ring, we have the kind of sliding option where if the horse wants to back up or move forward, it will slide with them in the hook, or in the ring. And then, when they've settled, usually they're just looking for a little bit of give. So once they realize that this isn't as scary as they thought it was, and they're able to kind of move their head and look around, and they're not as restrained, that could cause them fear, then you could just walk up to your rope and pull it down to get them back into position. Let me see if I'm missing anything else. When you're in a crowded area like a barn and it's a high traffic area, what you would want to do is, if a horse is going to come by, you would unhook, this side of your, or whatever side, but probably this side of your chain from your bridle. You would move your horse this way against the wall. You would stand in between the horse and the other horse that's coming by. And when they've safely passed, you pull your horse, or direct your horse back over this way and hook them back up.